Uh-huh. You're right. Yes. 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 That's tough. Like it. I like it.
Yeah! Woo! Okay! Yo, dump that shit, man. Woo! That's tough. What? Yeah! Tough. Nice! Pat! Oh, left! Got it, hold it! Your foot! Nice! Get out! Woo! Get out! Hey, man! Woo! That's tough, they ain't finished.
Yeah, y'all. Welcome to the lab. Welcome to the lab. It's your boy, Coach T. Today, I got the word of now, BG. Brian GARDENHIRE in the building, man. Welcome to the lab, man. I appreciate you, BG, for coming on, man.
No problem, man. I'm happy to be here, man, and super supportive of what you're doing, and yeah, man. Let's rock, man. Let's keep the culture going, man, and keep doing a great job, bro. Not only with the podcast and the show, but what you're doing with the kids, man. That's just powerful.
Appreciate you. Same to you as well, man. You know, you got your, like I said, you train, coach. I know you got the CEO and founder LES Express. You know what I mean? So it's a lot that you do as well, and it's in your live videos as well. But not only just basketball, just different entrepreneurs and different avenues and lanes. And I'm big on that, man, because there's life after basketball and there's life through basketball. It's not only basketball, and I'm big now. Like I'm really big on like I said, using basketball as a tool and not so much, you know, getting the most out of it, not letting it get the most out of you. It got to be, you know, it got to be. Sometimes we get caught up, us especially, man. It gets a lot more out of us than we get out of it. You know what I mean? So I'm real big on teaching the kids, like, listen, it's an avenue. Like it's an avenue to get a lot of other things. So I like that lane that you're doing. Like I said, interviewing other people that is just, you know what I mean, in the entertainment world. Like I said, entrepreneurs. The one you was doing earlier, I got to tune in a little bit, and I heard him doing like a lot of non-for-profit stuff as well. I heard him talking about that. So things like that is important. I think it's, you know, to get it out there is definitely dope. But so yeah, man, I just want to, you know, tell us a little about yourself. Take us through your journey. I know you bald a little bit. You know, you don't, like I said, you're not want to talk about yourself. You know what I mean, like that. But I know a little some. I'm a basketball connoisseur, so I like to, like, you know, do my homework and you know, things like that. And I also think it's important because sometimes. Not that it's the case, but when you training, you know, it helps when you played and coach and also train. I think that that plays a factor in, you know, the validity, so to speak, of what you're doing. You know what I mean? And doesn't, like I said, doesn't necessarily mean that if you didn't play on a certain, you know what I mean, that you can't do it. But it's just a different experience when you lived it. You know what I'm saying? So that's touch on that a little bit. So you from the LES, or are you from
Yeah, I'm from the LES, man. Born and raised. Grew up in Alfred E. Smith Projects, which is right across the street from Police Plaza, which is crazy. But Murray Bertram High School, Stewart High School, it's right across the street from there. So I grew up there. Yeah, man. Yep.
Okay. So I know. Take me. So when you first started playing basketball, around what age?
I mean, I always loved basketball because my pops, he played. You know, he didn't go super crazy far with it because he had my older sister. So he actually had a scholarship to go to Boston College. But he chose to he actually chose to be you know, a father and take care of his responsibilities and not pursue basketball. So basketball has always been rooted in me. But I started playing late, man. I started playing I started playing serious probably like 11, 12 years old, like right before junior high school. I started taking like an actual liking for it. But where I'm from, we play all sports. Like we play football, we play baseball, we play softball, we play stickball. flag football, all that. So, but I started playing like heavy, I want to say like 11, 12. So I always tell people I was a late bloomer. You know what I mean? Like I didn't start playing organized ball at 7 years old. Like, you know what I mean? So I actually was self-taught. Like, you know, outside of my dad, I just had to really kind of learn how to hoop by myself in the playgrounds. You know what I mean? And the blacktops.
Okay. So take me to high school, because the reason why I asked about you being from the Lower East Side, I know you want to go into school in Jersey. So kind of transition and take me how you ended up playing in Jersey. I know you was at St. Mary's first.
Well, I played first. I mean, middle school. We can start from middle school. Middle school, right. The 131, which is right in LES, and that's where like I really started. I learned like organized basketball, and I actually played my first year there. I played with Smush Parker, who played in the NBA with Kobe and Lakers, and played with he had a full NBA career. Shout out to Smush, that's my brother.
Exactly, Smush is.
But yeah, me and him was in the backcourt. So I played with him 2 years, and then he graduated. He was a year. He's actually a year older than me. Okay. So played 2 years with him there. That's when I really started turning the corner with basketball. We played against. We used to always play in this Holiday Classic tournament, which featured Mount Carmel, which is one of the biggest middle school, high school programs in the country. Andre Barrett, Kenny Satt, all those dudes came through there. You know what I'm saying? Truck Bryant, a bunch of dudes. You know what I mean? So that's kind of like when I really started like figuring like I could really play ball, but still didn't. Even though because it was so slow back then with AU, there was only really like 4 AU programs, so I didn't play AU until my sophomore year in high school. So just playing the local stuff, community stuff, and then I wound up graduating from middle school, and then I went to LaSalle. LaSalle was always like a big. It was big for me because it was in LES. It was only Catholic school in LES, and then Shamgar actually went there, and Ron Artest. Salute to Sham and Ron.
Yes, sir.
So I always like, rest in peace, my man Apache, who ran Exodus, who I actually coach for now with the girls. Yeah. But he used to always rave about Sham, like how Sham's handle was, and so I found in a likeness to Sham, followed his career. You know, he went to Providence and then went to the NBA. So I was like, I'm going to LaSalle. But I didn't know the politics. Like, I didn't really know, like, LaSalle was, like, a really, really good school. Like, I just thought it was, like, a regular just Catholic school that was in LES. I didn't know mad basketball players went to LaSalle. Right. So I got there. They had, I mean, this is back in Catholic school. Like, these kids got it easy now. But they had freshmen. They had JV. They had varsity B.
And A, facts.
Yeah, bro. So... So like and like all jokes aside, like these teams are stacked, bro. Like everybody in that school could hoop. Like even if they didn't take basketball serious, they was nice. So went to LaSalle. Salute to my man Arnell too, Mega. He's a trainer. We both played boys and we both played for the Boys and Girls Club team where we traveled all over the city. So I kind of went there too because he was going there. Right. We both kind of went there thinking like we was going to take over the world. You know what I mean? And not knowing like it was loaded, bro. Like first, like this is when you know a school is loaded, when you go to gym class and everybody in gym class is nice.
Yep.
So everybody in gym class.
How you know already. Yo, see this? Like, yeah, yo, gym class used to be it. You knew already in gym class who was who before
you knew who was who, bro. Yeah,
that's a fact.
It's crazy. So, and then like if you know what I'm saying. Like I mean, we know, you know what I mean. But we had intramurals. So the intramurals for freshmen, it was crazy. I'm like, nah, son, everybody in here is not tough like this. But mind you, like I was still like probably the top dog freshman. Right. But I thought like I was gonna go there because like for me, following basketball, like I always was like I'm playing varsity my freshman year. Right. Like that's kind of like how I thought. You know what I'm saying? But not knowing like the process and the steps. So long story short, like they made you try out for freshmen. I was like, what, a freshman? So I tried out for freshmen, made it, obviously. We was loaded. We had loaded. Right. So I played freshman. I only played like half the season of freshman because I failed off in the second semester. Yeah. And I failed off really because I didn't like the school. It was all boys. Mm-hmm. I wasn't used to it. It was uniform. I was late a lot. because I was just like not used to the structure. So I wound up feeling off. But Bill Aber, who's the varsity coach, is like, yo, next year you come back, like you playing boss. Like don't worry about playing JV, you playing boss. But in my mind, I was already bamboozled. I felt like I was bamboozled because there was so many players out the South, and I wasn't recruited to go there. So like I started seeing as the year went, like these cats played with Riverside, they played with Gaucho,
Right.
So they was recruited to go to the South. So I didn't know that. I'm like, nah, this is crazy. So I wound up having a long conversation with my pops. You know what I mean? I was like, yo, I'm not going back there. Like I'm not going back there. Okay. So he's like, where you want to go? Like you want to go to Christ the King? You want to go to Bishop Lachlan? Where you want to go? I'm like, nah, I don't want to go to none of them schools. Like I want to go to a school where either I'm gonna be the man, or it's gonna be it's gonna be like a plan for me. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to go somewhere where it's gonna be a plan. Like even if I gotta play JV, I know sophomore year I'm gonna be on varsity. All right, so he's like, all right, cool. So mind you, salute to again. Like I said, this is how Smush story comes up. Salute to Smush. But Nick Gavin, Nick Gavin, and Smush used to play together. So Nick Gavin went to St. Anthony's.
Okay.
So I used to always hear him talking about St. Anthony's. And I used to, always say about Bob Hurley and all these things. So Nick was like, yo, why don't you come to St. Anne's? So I'm like, all right. I'm like, I'll see what's up, but it's in Jersey, bro. He's like, yo, bro, it's in Jersey, but it's like going to Harlem. Like it's literally 3 stops on the PATH train. You're gonna be there in 20 minutes, bro, and you walk to the school. I was like, word? So in my mind, I'm like, damn, that's dope. Like I could travel, I could go to, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. Right. So I wound up that summer going to work out with them. It's crazy. I went to work out. Like they used to work out. They didn't work out at the school. They used to work out at this other school, which was way further. So I went to actually St. Anthony's. I went to the school thinking the workout was there. Right. Workout was not there. So I had to go. My pops jumped in the car, went to the workout. Right. I'm late now. Now this is Bill. This is Bob. I'm Coach Hurley, bro. Like Bob Hurley, son.
Right.
He's like, yo, you might as well go home. So I'm like, go home? Like I'm from New York. I'm like, go home for what? Like I'm here to hoop. He's like, you're not hooping today. Like you're not gonna touch the basketball. So I'm like, what you mean? Like me and my pops joke. He's like, I don't care about your pops.
Yo,
so
bro,
right then I knew it was business.
Yo, they don't see. Yo, kids. I'm sorry, BG, but kids not used to that type of treatment nowadays, bro. Yo, that's really how it was, though.
Bro. So I was like, yo. So he was like, so I looked at my pops like as a kid again. I mean, now I'm 14 years old, right? But I'm like, something. Like my pops looked at me like, I can't help you. Like he gave me that look like I can't help you right now. So he's like, yo, do what you gotta do. Like he just said, I just remember him saying, do what you gotta do. Right. Yo, bro, I ran for like probably 45 minutes straight, bro. I never felt that nauseous. Like I didn't want to play basketball at that point. Like basketball was like something I didn't want to do. But mind you, I'm sticking it out because my pops is like, yo, we're not leaving. Right. So long story short, he was like, yo, go down. He told me, like, yo, go downstairs, get your water, come back upstairs. So came back, got water. So now we hooping. I'm in there doing what I do, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, as a youngin', I had crazy handle, like, crazy handle. I could finish. I couldn't really shoot. Like, I didn't really start developing a jump shot till, like, my junior year. Okay. But I'm in there doing my thing, and I'm talking. Like, he liked the fact that I was talking, being a leader. Right. You know what I'm saying? So, practice is over. He don't say nothing to me. Like, he don't say nothing to me for the whole workout. Okay. Like I don't even exist in his mind. But the assistant coach came and was like, yo, you did your thing. Like, where you from? You from Jersey? I'm like, no, I'm from New York. He's like, you trying to really, really come here? Like, for real? I'm like, yeah. He's like, yo, Hurley ain't gonna say nothing, but he like your game, bro. Right. He's like, yo, you remind him of Kevin Johnson and Tim Hardaway. He's like, you remind him of them. That's what he was saying while he was working out. Right. I was like, can you remember KJ was the man back when we was playing? Like,
yo, for real,
saying. So I'm like, for him to say that, I'm like, I'm all right. Long story short, I wound up going to St. Anthony's, you know what I'm saying? And I did well there, bro. I played JV my first year. But I played JV only 3 games and got moved right up to varsity. You know what I'm saying? So mind you, like when back in our days, you could get moved up. So I moved up to varsity, had everybody, bro. Tony Tate, Elijah Ingram, Donald Copeland. That's when St. Anthony's had everybody. Terrence Roberts. So we had all these dudes, bro. Like,
Loaded.
you know what I'm saying?
Loaded.
But it was a culture, it was a family. So everybody kept telling me like, yo, bro, you're not playing JV the whole year, bro. You're gonna get moved up. So I'm like, all right. So I'm killing the first 3 games of JV. I had 35, 38, and 40. You know what I'm saying? So
averaging 36 in 3 games, bro.
He was at the games. Like he was like literally he went and they was like, yo, bro, he's at the game for you, bro. He don't even watch JV game.
Right.
So I would make sure I put on, got moved up, wound up playing, you know, worked my way, got some JV. And it was dope, bro. It was a dope experience playing for Hurley, you know what I'm saying? And all that, man. And but I wound up leaving because it was just, again, like I kind of felt like the doors closing, the window closing on me because it was so many guards, bro. Like literally we had 5 Division I guards.
Right.
Like we would have 12 to 15 Division I schools watching us play at practice. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
so
sir.
I remember like in the summer, you know, and Bob was real. He had a plan for me. He was like, yo, you gonna play, you know, your junior year, you're gonna play a little bit. He's like, your senior year, it'll be your show.
Right.
But like, yo, you gotta compete, you gotta battle. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's like, I'm not gonna never tell you. He's like, I'm never gonna sell you no dream. And I always respect him for that.
Right.
So I wanted to go to St. Mary's. I left. St. Mary's is down the block. I used to always see that school because I used to always walk past their school to go to St. Anthony's. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So, and then I wound up getting cool with some of the people from there because we used to hoop at this downtown Jersey City Boys and Girls Club.
Okay.
So I wound up transferring there, and I violated there, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? My junior year, I averaged like 20-something. My senior year, I averaged 20-something. I was first team all Hudson County.
Right.
Second team all state New Jersey. Like, you know what I'm saying? I played in every all-star game possible in New Jersey. You know what I'm saying? Got accolades. But I didn't have no grades, so I wound up going to Notre Dame Prep. She went to Notre Dame Prep, man.
Connecticut, right?
That's in Massachusetts.
Massachusetts.
I mean, yeah.
Okay.
Mike Beasley, all those guys came from there. You know what I mean? Paul Harris, Carl Krauser, bunch of plethora D1s. Ryan Gomes, who I played with. But dope, man. Went there because I didn't have the score. I didn't have my SAT score. You know what I mean? I had some colleges too. You know what I mean? I had St. Peter's. I had Rider. I almost had every school in Jersey, and I had a few low D1 schools in New York.
Right.
LIU, St. Francis. But I didn't have no grades, which was you know, I knew that because I didn't understand the process. So I went to Notre Dame Prep, did a year there, still didn't get my score, which hurt. You know what I'm saying? Because I had like 8-10 schools now. So, you know what I mean? It went from low major to mid major.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Some like interest from Villanova, a couple of schools, bro. You know what I mean?
Right, bro.
So that was big for me, like, you know what I mean? You know, but I didn't get the score, so I wound up going to JUCO. I went to Westchester Community College, D1. JUCO, right about.
Tough JUCO.
Yeah. In Valhalla. Rest in peace to my coach there, Coach Nicholas, Winston Nicholas, who passed away, but legendary coach. Dope, man. Had a great 2 years there. With first team All Region 15. We went to the district tournament and lost. Led both years, led the region in assists, led the region in 3-point makes. You know what I'm saying? Average 17. So it was cool, bro. It was a good experience.
Right.
Got recruited there. Got some schools there. Went to the University of Rhode Island from there. You know what I'm saying? It was dope, D1. You know what I mean? Did the year there. Didn't pan out my second year because I lost my grandfather. So that beat me up a lot, and then just dealing with a lot of other things. But wound up playing some professional ball after that. In Mexico City.
Okay.
In Israel, went to Maccabi Tel Aviv.
Definitely.
And yeah, bro. So it was cool, man. Basketball was good to me, bro. You know what I'm saying? And you know, like I said, I'm just, you know, I'm blessed to have had the experiences that I had with basketball, and been able to like just meet so many beautiful people who to this day I still, you know, can call, can hit it up. And then that led me to working at a non-for-profit, Education Alliance. I worked there for 10 years, and then was doing my thing in there. I was the program director for sports there. and I started training people and dudes, and like I was just doing it for love, bro. Like I wasn't really doing it to make no money. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Kids come to the gym, get them better, you know, X, Y, Z. But while I was there, I was just like, yo, I want to do some more. So that kind of like got me tapped in to do LAS Express and start Be Great training, which I currently do now. You know, for the last 9 years. You know, it's been dope, man. It's been great, man. Puma, right now we with Puma. We got 3-year deal with Puma. We had a deal with Adidas, and we had our first 2 years we had a deal with Nike. So
Right.
it's always been dope, man. It's been fruitful, and basketball is just like I said, man. It's been good to me, and I think the man upstairs for allowing me to like do a lot of things with it. But that's kind of my, you know, in a short summary. That's my story.
Absolutely, bro. And like I said, I thought it was important to get that out there. And I wanted to touch real quick, like, you know, a few times you talk about not qualifying, not making the grade for SATs, and failing off. Talk real quick. I just want to touch on that a little bit. Was it a matter you just not applying yourself? Like, because a lot of times kids get caught up in, like, I ask a lot of kids now, like, why do you play basketball? Like, and I'm trying to make my business to ask them that, because a lot of times I don't think they realize why they do it, because sometimes they do it for the clout, they do it for like the attention that comes with, you know, it brings a lot of attention, positive attention, you know what I mean? It does. So and I'm not saying all kids, but some of them you can tell like that, even if they're good, I'm not talking about their skill, nothing like that, but the reason for them playing, and that's why you see the drop off. It's not the skills that if your reason is not because you love it, you want to go to school for free, that should be one of your main goals, that you know it's not going to pan out the way you want it to pan out. So I just wanted to touch on that a little bit as far as the grade situation goes.
Nah, I mean, for me, I never was a classroom person. You know what I'm saying? And I tell kids now, knowing that we didn't have us, like we didn't have yourself, me, people that was in active, like, you know what I'm saying, active daily in our lives. Like we just had the local community teams or the team center, or like we just had those guys, and then those guys didn't really know, like they didn't know the process. Like they didn't know you have to have an SAT score this much and a grade point average this much to qualify. They didn't even know about the clearinghouse. That's what I'm saying. So I didn't know. Like my father didn't know. I didn't know. And like I said, the lack of not playing AAU,
that's the one
kind of hurt me. Like
if
that.
You didn't play
and I always
AAU
tell people
like that. You didn't know that. Like you said,
you
didn't have it unless you had somebody that knew. Right. Gravitated to, but if you had somebody in your corner that knew like that, then 9 times out of 10 you was playing AAU somewhere.
Right.
You know
so I didn't start playing So I didn't start playing AAU again, like I said, to 10th grade.
Right.
And I was with the Brooklyn Beasts, which is an Adidas team. Right. But even then, like I said, I wasn't test savvy. I didn't know about the SATs. I didn't know about the classes you could take to prep for the SATs. So I would just keep getting a low score. Like I said, I always tell kids now, man, you have to take advantage of these free programs that we have in New York City, New Jersey, where you could get, you know, help on SAT prep. Right. You know, they teach you, they may not teach you the answers, but they teach you how to take it. Like, you know what I'm saying? They teach you the structure of, all right, if you don't know this answer, don't answer it, or answer it this way. Right. Like they teach you those things and those gems that will help you with that. So for me, it wasn't that I didn't apply myself. It was just that I didn't have the resources to really get it done. And I wasn't really a test taker anyway. Like I wasn't the school person. Like I would just do enough to kind of get by. And then I was a personal person, so I would always make sure I would treat my teachers with respect and do my homework on time and all that. So I would carry that 83, 84 average, close to 85, but the test part was always tough for me.
Okay, I got you. Understand. There's a lot of kids out there that's not, like you said, not classroom kids and not good test takers, but nowadays it's definitely a lot more resources.
Yeah, man.
Out to, like I said, and it's always a person that know a person. So it may not be the first person, but you know what I mean? Like that's the thing, man. Relationships,
fact,
man.
Bro.
You know what I mean? So it's just a matter of reaching out and not being afraid, you know what I mean, to reaching out. But so I know, like you said, you got the LES thing. How long you been doing the load to have that told me now? LES Express. It's been running for about
like I said, yeah, I mean, I've started it in 2011. Okay. This would have been the 9th summer. Yeah, man, I just, like I said, LES Express, Learn, Educate, Succeed Express. That's my 501(c). That's my not-for-profit.
Yes, sir.
And being from the LES, I just wanted to incorporate those words, LES, which stands for Lower East Side. That's where I'm from. That's where I represent. You know, I'm heavy on it.
Yeah, that's what it's about, bro. What you doing? That's super dope, bro. That's super dope,
yeah.
bro.
So I've been doing it for 9 years. And we have a lot of a lot of people just they're familiarized with the tournament, which is so dope because it's grown and it's become one of the best tournaments in New York. But we have so many other components in it, which is like, which I love about it is the SAFE program, which is our middle school, was called Student Athletes for Excellence, where we do workouts weekly, and then we run a tournament. We do 2 tournaments, and one in the fall, one in the spring, and we focus on creative art. So we try to get kids to tap into their creative side, which is, it could be videography, photography, it could be logo and web design, it could be acting, it could be creating your own brand, it could be sneaker design, clothing design. Like, so we try to get kids as early to tap into those talents, man, because you know, like I know our kids are super talented, and like Absolutely. You said, again, the ball's gonna start bouncing eventually, and you have to always have a A, B, and a C. You know, so
we don't talk about that C enough as well. But go ahead.
Yeah, man. So that's what we do that all year round, and then we do, you know, obviously like you said, the league is dope, man. In the summer we do we do a big league, and it's sponsored, and it's cool, man. We last year we had Lance Stevenson and Whitehead and a bunch of dudes pop out. And over the course of time, we had a bunch of NBA players. If they didn't come play, they came to chill. Kimber popped out multiple times. So it's dope, man. It's growing, and people, you know, they show a lot of love to it because they you know, they associate me with it. And I'm proud of it, man. It's my baby, man. It's grown, and we about to take it to higher heights. You know what I mean? And along with the training.
Absolutely. So talk to me. I want to go on too quick about the training, man, because you heavy on the training scene, man. And even before social media was, you know, popular like that, I know was training before the camera was there. You know, I personally met you I knew about you before because, you know, you trained my brother, and my pops told me, like, you know, it's Bobby G, he got some good shit, you gotta check him. I'm like, all right, but we never ran into you to that one time we did the camp with Andy, and that was, you know, like whatever. But I'm just like, okay, you know what I mean? But I wound up tuning in and really watching. I'm like, nah, you really know your shit. You know what I mean? So I just wanted to like talk about the importance of training, man, especially training in general and training during the season. A lot of kids don't train while they like during the season. I know it's hectic. I know with school and practicing games, but you got to work on your skill, because you see throughout the season when it progresses, you see who's still training during the season, because this skill, you know, it's not sharp as the season's going on. You're not, you know, in practice, you're running what you're going through your sets, you might do a little cardio, but you're not doing the individual skill stuff. You know, I noticed that a lot of times, a lot of kids that don't do that throughout the season, you could tell when the season progresses, their numbers drop. For
sure. Nah, I mean, you got to put in the work, bro. You know what I'm saying? I mean, especially for kids, man, they have no excuse, because their bodies is constantly improving itself. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you don't want to wear a kid down, but throughout the season, man, you got to put that work in, man. You got to find time to even outside of your practices and outside of whatever you're doing with your team, you got to put in work, man. Because the more work you put in, the easier the game becomes, you know, because you become not only skilled, but you become more confident. And confidence is the key, man. Like I tell people, it don't matter how a person can be dead nice. If they have no confidence, then a person that just work hard or is tougher is gonna get the best out of them. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't really believe that they could do what they can do internally. So you got to put that work in throughout the season, man. And then you know, off season, you got to put in a lot of work, man. Like you got to put a lot of work in. You got to push yourself to the limits that you don't even think you could tap into, because that's when you get better. That's when you improve, because you kind of have multiple time and adamant time to work on your weaknesses. So like I tell people a lot, like during the season it's really hard to work on your weaknesses because it takes 10,000 hours to get great at something. That's what the greats say. You know what I'm saying? The repetition, right? So you can't put in so much repetition during the season, but in off season you have so much time. You know what I'm saying? So that's when you got to put in a lot of work to really take your game to the next level.
So I was gonna say, how often, like if you so good high school student athlete, how often should you think they should be training? And like I said, not just as far as, matter of fact, let's stick as far as training, as far as skill stuff. How often, you know what I mean? Would you say
every day, bro?
Every day.
I mean, if you have access to a facility or a gym, every day. You know what I'm saying? Or at least 6 times a week. You know, 5 times a week. The minimum, and give your your body some 2 days to recover. But every day, bro, because it's just like the skill stuff, the shooting, the ball handling, like you're not killing your body. You know what I'm saying? So the more you put in that, the more you can separate yourself, right? So you put like Steph Curry, everybody raves about Steph Curry, but Steph Curry put a lot of work in. Like even from his transition from Davidson to the NBA, like the first 2 years in the NBA, bro, you didn't hear about Steph Curry because he was either hurt or he was getting violated. You know what I'm saying? But he put in a lot of pain, and you've seen it throughout the course of his development and his growth as an NBA player into MVP. You know what I'm saying? And he talks about it. So it's just like you can never get enough skill. That's my quote. Like you can never get enough skill, bro.
Yeah, man. BG, man, before we get out of here, I appreciate you, bro. You already know for coming on, man. Before we get out of here, one, I just want to you already dropped a lot of jewels, but if it's one thing you can tell to the way the current state of the game and the way you see it going, what's like one thing you want to just let the youth know, man, that's aspiring, whether they're in high school, elementary school, just really trying to, you know what I mean, get the most out of this game?
I mean, for me, it's just keep doing what you're doing, man. Keep evolving, keep growing. Never. I mean, set goals, but never put a ceiling on your goals. You know what I'm saying? You could accomplish so much. And then I always tell people it's the 3 P's for me, which I live by is preparation, platform, and then placement. You know what I'm saying? So always prepare yourself. Find a platform. So when you prepare yourself, you could be able to show your talents on a platform. And then after you get on that platform, then you got to place yourself, man. Whether it's, if you're a middle school kid going to high school, find that high school you want to go to. If it's a high school kid going to college, place yourself in the right college. And if you're in college, you're trying to go to the NBA or overseas, place yourself in a league. You know what I'm saying? So those are the things I tell people.
Definitely. Yo, BG, you already know, man. Before we get out of here, you already know, man, I got the shirt for you.
Appreciate it, bro.
I mean, I'll check you this week, y'all. Appreciate you for coming on, BG, man. I'll holler at you, kid.
Thank you, man. This is dope, man. Keep doing what you're doing, man. Shirt is fire, man. I'm
absolutely. I'll check you this week, bro.
For sure, man.
Everybody definitely tuning in, man.
For sure, bro. Love is love.
Yes, always, BG.